Welcome everybody, welcome back to Survival Mode. Today we're going to be talking about a topic that we've been discussing for the last couple of videos.
The Survival Mode Gearing Up Challenge.
Yes. Yes, so, this topic is a little bit, different, but it's still on topic.
It is, because we decided that as we started trying to gear up ourselves, we would be bringing you all along with us so that what we were doing, if you found it helpful, you can do the same thing as well.
Yes. And also, different aspects of this gearing up challenge is dealing with different things in life that we need to survive.
There's some things that we probably don't even think about regularly.
Yeah.
Things that we might even take for granted.
Yeah. And also we want to get things that is easily accessible to us depending on our situation.
Right.
We can be in a situation where we don't have certain things as other people, but we can still complete that goal to the best of our ability.
You want to be able to get what you can get where you are, right?
Yeah.
Because having a special kind of knife that come all the way from Timbuktu,
or Japan, or any kind of these.
You want something that's going to be easily accessible to you. You don't want it to be something that will probably break on you the first time you use it. You want it to be good quality, but you want to be able to, like Mr. H said, you want it easily accessible, right?
Yes. Yeah. And this topic is not about knives.
No.
This topic is about what we need to survive.
Right.
We call this channel Survival Mode because we got to be in that mode.
That's right.
We got to have our mind ready to go.
That's
and
right.
Things that we need, we got to be ready to go ahead and get these things while we can access these things.
Before we need them.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the key, right?
Yeah, that's right.
We want to get these things, when everything is still on the shelf. We don't want to see empty shelves when we're looking for certain things.
That's true. And that's typically when you find them. When something terrible has happened, then everybody is running to the store to get certain items. And the very items that you need when you get there, they could be long gone by the time you get there.
Yeah. And the worst thing you want to see is a white empty shelf.
Yeah.
But you looking for, oh man.
Right. You don't even have to walk down the aisle because all the shelves are bare.
Yeah. Even if you still got control, okay, I think I can go check another place. But the next person gets upset and ain't no telling what kind of reaction he may have.
Right. That's true. So you all, that's what this gearing up challenge is all about, is getting ourselves prepared for emergency situations before the emergency strikes.
Yes.
All right. So today's topic in survival mode is simple. Start now. Start now. Start now. Start right now. If you haven't already, start now building your food supply.
Yes.
Okay?
Food supply.
Start right now building your food supply, you all. Do not wait, okay, any longer. If you have been waiting for whatever the reason may be, that's not even important anymore. Whatever your reasons for waiting, don't wait any longer. Go ahead and start right now building your emergency food supply. Now,
yes, you should.
Yeah. In our previous video, you all, we talked about, in the Gearing Up Challenge, we shared with you all our Coleman camp stove that Mr. H has right here in front of him. You want to just give him a little show of it really quickly? Yes. We talked about that. And we talked about the importance of having something to be able to heat your food. If it's freezing cold outside, you don't have power because an emergency has struck, like what happened in Texas. I'm always talking about Texas, right?
Yeah.
But like what happened in Texas with that snowstorm, or with that ice storm rather, they had no power. But can you imagine being freezing cold in a house and now you got to eat freezing cold food too?
Ooh, man.
Yeah. So we talked about that butane stove in our previous Gearing Up Challenge video.
And I'm pretty sure a lot of that food probably was frozen solid.
Oh, man.
You know, we never think about that because we never know situations where you got a frozen solid piece of food that's in the refrigerator, in the can, or whatever you have.
Anything.
You know, because
Ice.
everything is going to be cold.
That's true. If it's freezing temperatures outside, it's probably cold inside. If you don't have a way to heat your home, you're probably trying to find the best way you can to stay warm. But the food that you eat, that might be ice cold, you all. So what we have decided to do was show you some of your options for start now building your food supply. Some of the options, some of the things that you can do right this very minute. Okay? So you all, what we're going to start with is just some food items that we have here in front of us. And it doesn't really matter how you get it. Right? It doesn't matter what method, you choose to do this. What's important is that you choose to do it. So I'm going to hold up one item. Mr. H is going to hold up the equivalent of that item, and we're going to share that with you, okay? Here you go, babe.
Okay.
So now, if you're going to go to the store and you're going to start building up your pantry, you can start with what Mr. H has, which is just a can of tomatoes, right? However you choose to do this is up to you. Or you can your own tomatoes, right? Whether you buy the tomatoes from the store and can them, you buy them from the farmer's market and can them, or you grow them yourself and can them, you have that option, right? Yeah. You also have the other option. You can either buy yourself some beans, or, and I'm going to tell you now, it's a whole lot less expensive to do it this way. Because if you're buying your beans in bulk, it's a whole lot less expensive to can beans than it is to actually purchase these beans. All right? Because you get more money you get more food for your money when you buy in bulk. Okay?
And also, you can still use this canning jar. Put some more beans in it.
And this jar is reusable. And these are black beans. You can see. These are home canned black beans right here, you all.
Yes.
Yeah. And next what we have is soup. Now you can go and buy Campbell's soup if you want. Or you can just make your own soup. Okay? Yeah. The choice is yours. You know what the difference here is? That in this jar, I made the decision as to how much salt was going to go into this jar versus on this can right here. How many? Oh man!
You got a lot of sodium.
Is that 790 milligrams?
Yeah, of sodium. Yeah.
Per serving.
And it's 1720
per container.
Yeah.
And it's right on the back of this. Look at that. Y'all see that? Look at it. That's a lot of salt in that can versus in this one right here. There might be like a half a teaspoon or something like that, right? Because I don't put a lot of salt in the jars. So you have a choice. You can choose to buy it. You can choose to make it yourself and can it, you all. Now the next thing that we have here, Mr. H, is salmon, right? You can buy your salmon or you can your own. Some people are fortunate enough that they can live in a place where they can catch their own salmon, smoke it, and can it themselves. And if you can't do that, well, yeah, you do have the option of just buying your salmon in a can or your fish in a can if that's what you like, right?
Yeah.
And lastly, what we have here is fruit. Now this is a can of Great Value pineapple, and this is a jar of freshly canned pineapple. Okay? The choice is yours. Which way do you want to do this? It's totally up to you. What's important, you all, is that you do it. Okay? Yes. Now, I don't have in front of me like canned meats and whatnot, But you can buy chicken breasts in a can, or you can your own chicken breast.
Yes.
Now, for those of you who may be watching our channel and you're not familiar with us on our primary channel, if you want to know how to can these things yourself, you can go on over to Homestead Heart, and you can click on our pressure canning playlist, water bath canning playlist, food preservation playlist.
Yes.
You can click on those playlists, and you can get instruction as to how to do these, because everything on this table, I did a video to show you how to can it.
Yes.
Okay? So they do have those options, Mr.
Yes.
H.
When it comes to buying stuff out of a can, do what you can.
Do what you can.
Do what you can. Even if you're not already at this level,
right,
go ahead and start at this level.
Exactly.
You know, start at this level so you can be ready, because we don't know when disaster is going to strike.
Right.
So you got your butane stove, you got your canned goods.
Yeah.
You can start on this level,
yeah,
and then you can go to the mother channel and learn how to do this.
Yes.
You know, it's a learning process. So that way, if you feel comfortable starting out, stocking up food in the can,
please.
And also don't forget about rice and beans in a bag.
Yeah.
Because you can use it on this. Get your rice, beans,
right,
whatever kind of dry goods that you have, you can boil it on this.
Right.
And it can go a lot further. You can, feed a household.
That's right.
And then you can get you some sausages or whatever, to add to it to make it more heartier.
Right.
To spread. If you got like 4 or 5 family members,
right,
you can do what you can.
That's right, Mr. H.
know?
That's right. The important thing is to start now building your food supply. That's what matters the most, is that you start.
Start, yes.
If you want to, like he said, if you want to dive into pressure canning and water bath canning, good for you. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
But if you ain't ready for that, or if you're not even interested in doing that, because maybe you just don't have the time to dedicate to doing this home canning and all of that right now, maybe you don't have a canner right now, whatever the reason, that's okay. Then start here.
Yeah. The key to it is start now.
Start now.
Building your food supply. Start now.
Yeah.
So you get a little bit at a time. You can budget yourself.
Yeah.
And you can, even if you have an extra $20 a week, start now.
Oh, yes. That extra $20, go into places like Aldi's or Save a Lot, and we know prices have gone up everywhere, right? So we're not going to address that in this video. But prices have gone up everywhere. So the best that you could do is take what you got and do the best you can, right? I'm gonna advise you, like, if you're working on a very tight budget with your dollars, or maybe you get EBT benefits, you can take that and start budgeting that as well, to maybe you just take an extra, whatever you got, whatever that may be. It could be $10, it could be $100. You just take an extra of whatever you got. Decide on the foods that you and your family like.
Yeah.
If you don't like beans, if you can't stand beans, then the last thing you need to go to the store and buy is a can of beans just because they cheap.
Yeah.
Because what you gonna do with them? You're gonna eat them and make yourself sick.
Yeah.
Because have you ever? I know for me, if I had to eat butter beans, as much as I hate butter beans or lima beans and black eyed peas, and as much as I hate that stuff, if I had to eat that, forced to eat it because I have nothing else, I would do it. But I guarantee you, I would be sick as all get out. I would be fighting just to hold that stuff down, not gagging on it, because I can't stand the taste. I can't stand the smell. It's just all of it. I hate it with a passion. I hate that stuff worse than chocolate.
Oh, wow. Well, you really hate it then, because I know you hate chocolate.
I hate that worse than chocolate.
Yeah. So it's best to go ahead and get what you love right now.
Right.
Well,
right.
what's doable for you.
Right.
You know, I can't say the things that in the can that I really hate. I can say is greens.
Oh.
I can't stand greens in the can. Such bitter and nasty and hard. I mean, I just don't like.
No greens in the
I really
can.
don't like greens. Period.
I don't like greens. Period.
I love cabbage.
Well, yeah, we do love cabbage, and cabbage is something else I can put in a can, just like this. I can can it up just like that, you know.
Yeah.
And you probably won't find cabbage in a can at the grocery store.
Yeah.
You know, but I think the point that we are really trying to drive home to y'all is just to start building your food supply. If you haven't done so already, go to Aldi's, pick up, if you got it in your budget, you know, pick up a case of green beans, pick up a case of sweet peas, pick up a case of corn, you know, just here and there, you know, or mix and match that case. If all you can afford to buy is 12 cans or something, well, mix and match that case. You know, maybe you want to get 4 corn, 4 peas, 4 green beans, 4, what is that other one?
Green peas.
Did I hit all the vegetables? Beans, tomato, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you have to mix and match that case. They have the soups in the can just like this as well. You know, like I said, if you gotta watch sodium and things like that, make sure you read the label.
Yeah, and also if you have children that love fast food restaurants, you can get some cans of chili.
Oh yeah.
And you probably can make a Mexican dish,
burritos or something.
You know, be creative.
Be very creative.
You know, you know, you can do that.
So that's definitely something to think on, huh?
Yeah, that's something to think on, and you most definitely want to start now.
Start now, y'all.
You know, building your own food supply.
Right.
Make sure you have enough.
Right. And one thing I will say this about once you start building your food supply, you all keep in mind that's your business. Okay?
Keep it to yourself.
Your business. You don't go putting it all over Instagram.
Yeah. And then if you have a friend that you're trying to get involved, you can kind of ask them,
encourage them.
If they don't do it, don't let them know that you're doing it if they got a negative outlook on it.
Right.
You just go and do what you got to do.
Right. Keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
Keep it to yourself. You know, on our other channel on Homestead Heart, we did a video talking about how a young mother built her emergency food pantry in 6 months.
Wow.
With 4 children on SNAP benefits. Okay?
That's amazing.
And she sent pictures, and she has a massive pantry, and she made it plain that I was the only person who had ever seen her pantry because she sent pictures.
That's wonderful.
So, and of course, no one will see those pictures coming from me, right? But she won't allow anybody to see her pantry, and that includes family and friends.
Yes. That's
you know,
good.
She has her reasons, but it includes family and friends. So when it comes to you building your pantry, if you're building a pantry and you have people that you trust and you can encourage them and y'all are thinking alike, then y'all can do that. You know, y'all can motivate one another. But if you're going to be around people who may be a little negative, like Mr. H said, keep that to yourself. That is your business. And please, for goodness sake, don't put that all over social media. Please don't. Because believe it or not, you will have some people right around you that if something happens, you all, they're going to remember what you posted on Instagram. And they will be at your door. And they won't be nice about it either.
Some people, I don't know why, they just won't get up and store
do it themselves.
Yeah, do it yourself, you know? Instead of going through all that headache and going through all that trouble.
Yeah.
You know? But that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna encourage the ones that want to listen.
Yep.
Start now. Build your own food supply.
That's right.
You know.
That's right.
And keep it to you and keep it to yourself.
Yep.
And those that have like minds.
Like minds.
Yeah.
That's right, you all.
Yeah.
That's right. So you all, we just wanted to come to you with another video for the Gearing Up Challenge, hoping that you all will follow along with us as we gear up ourselves. So this week, the challenge is this week and every week over the next 30 days, because we're going to come back and we're going to talk more about the whole food supply.
Yeah.
So over the next 30 days, start building your food supply 30 days at a time. We want to come back and hopefully you all will hear some good news from you that you have started from nothing, and in 30 days now you have grown a small food supply or even a large food supply.
Yeah.
But just get started, y'all.
Get started, y'all. And those who watching this video, give it a thumbs up.
Yeah.
And hit the notification bell.
Yeah.
So when the video drop, y'all will be able to see this video.
And subscribe to the channel.
Yes. And thank you so much for watching Survival Mode.
Thank y'all so much. Peace.
Peace.